there are 261 reasons why Americans are safer now. That's because those people are out of this country. The judge had no business, no power to do what he did. And he came in on an emergency basis on a Saturday with very, very short notice, if any, to our attorney to run in the courtroom. And this has been a pattern with these liberal judges. You just spoke about that. It's been a pattern with what they've been doing. This judge had no right to do that. They're meddling in foreign affairs. They're meddling in our government. And the question should be, why is a judge trying to protect terrorists who have invaded our country over American citizens?
So I know you and Allison on Daily Beans talk a lot about legal stuff, and it just...
That's mostly Allison. I listen, but yeah, keep going.
It's just overwhelming. I mean, where is this? This is the Attorney General of the United States. Yeah, give me that. Pam Bondi. Sorry.
This judge has no right to ask those questions. You have one unelected federal judge trying to control foreign policies, trying to control the Alien Enemies Act, which they have no business presiding over. And there are 261 reasons why Americans are safer now. That's because those people are out of this country.
Oh, God, why are they all? She's like DOJ Barbie. I swear to God, it's like a whole Barbie house of why are they all blonde? And
I don't know. And I've got a problem with 3 to 6 Supreme Court justices that were not elected. They were appointed by a fraudulent president.
Thank you.
Well,
Elon
not
Musk,
all 3 of them. 3 out of 6 were appointed by a fraudulent president.
Right. And Elon Musk was not elected by anybody. I mean, it's just they just it's such like selective. But
it's gaslighting. They're very good at it.
After days of defying a federal judge concerning the expulsion of hundreds of migrants to a brutal prison in El Salvador, the Trump administration told the judge to be more respectful. What? Okay. In turn, the judge gave the administration 24 more hours to fulfill a demand for information related to the administration's defiance of his previous orders. I mean, it's just like one long tantrum. It's just like, you're not the boss of me. I mean, they're just, or like, let's impeach them. That's not how we do things in America, as Justice Breyer just said.
I absolutely think, go ahead.
And this judge was appointed by George H.W. Bush. They keep lying that he was appointed by Obama. And it's just, everyone that rules against him is a radical left lunatic, apparently. And even the ones he installed, that he appointed, in the 60 cases he lost about the election, right?
There's a few things that seem to be steps too far, and it's going to keep happening. There's going to be steps too far, with this administration. I think one of them is going to be with the people that I don't know what he did, paid off debt, got him into the Supreme Court. Who knows? Yeah. There's going to be missteps there. There's already missteps with the Republicans when it has to do with our military. I think there's going to be steps too far with the administration. You have to remember, we're only... God, 2 months into this nonsense.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? So if they're already starting to push and people are pushing back that they thought they had in their pocket, it's going to happen. They're going to destroy themselves. I'm waiting for it to happen. It's going to happen.
Can I just tell you how bad things are? You didn't see this, but I was, my
Are you drinking alcohol?
Yeah, my water's right here, but I almost just grabbed the rubbing alcohol like I'm Kitty Dukakis.
Yeah.
Cue the drunk music. I've been cleaning my box because it's very my sound effects box has gotten very dirty.
You haven't cleaned your box since 2004.
No, I have not. But that's why this is here. And
it hasn't been used since 2004, Chris. I mean, what's it got? Oh, sorry.
Anyway, I just realized I literally almost drank this by accident.
Oh man, put that somewhere else. Put it somewhere safe.
Are we going to have to do a very special episode of the Stephanie Miller Show?
Live from Betty Ford?
Yeah.
Well, most people know that staying hydrated is essential to nearly every bodily function, right? But 75% of Americans do not consume enough fluid daily. As we age, naturally bodily changes make staying hydrated even harder, especially without artificial additives or excess sugars. That's where Native Path comes in with extra help. Native Path's Hydrate is not just another drink mix. It is a thoughtfully designed formula packed with BCAAs and all 9 essential amino acids to help with muscle recovery and overall vitality. Plus, it's completely sugar-free and 100% natural. It goes in my bike bottle every single Saturday. With their Native Path Hydrate product, you can fuel your body with essential electrolytes at the cellular level for overall vitality. Unlike other hydration drink mixes that are designed for marathon runners and contain upwards of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, Native Hydrate contains just 230 milligrams of sodium. That's optimal for daily hydration, free of artificial flavors, sugars, and dyes. It is only 5 calories per serving, and every order comes with a 365-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it risk-free. Visit nativehydrate.com/Stephanie to see what Native Hydrate could do for your health. I love it. Drink up. That's nativehydrate.com/Stephanie. Okay. Sorry, don't put it next to your water. Okay, so we're, yes, District Judge James Boasbury's demands for information about flights carrying hundreds of migrants were, they said, a picayune dispute over the micromanagement of immaterial fact-finding the Trump administration said in a new filing, which earned him to stay or pause his order for more information. In response to the administration's hissy fit, the judge said the government's grounds for such a request at first blush are not persuasive. He nonetheless gave them 24 more hours to provide information he has ordered about the expulsion of flights or otherwise explain why it wanted to keep the information secret. I mean, this just goes on and on, where you don't know, like he warned about the possibility of consequences. But Dana, I think this is where we're at in this constitutional crisis. Yeah. Who enforces it? Who enforces the consequences?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. I talked about this before on the beans, but like when Roberts gave him the immunity ruling, I think they're misinterpreting what that actually means. It doesn't mean you can just ignore the judiciary. Right. So you can't come back and say, well, this is all in the rights and this was in the official, acts of the presidency. There's still a constitution. And I do believe, everyone's like, oh, we're real close to a constitutional crisis. We're there. What are you talking about?
The timeline shows they defied the judge. They absolutely could have turned the planes around. This says, to begin, the court seeks this information not as a micromanaged, unnecessary judicial fishing expedition, but to determine if the government deliberately flouted its orders issued on March 15th, and if so, what consequences should be. The government's motion is the first time it has suggested that disclosing the information requested by the court could amount to the release of state secrets. To date, in fact, the government has made no claim the information at issue is even classified. For example, the Secretary of State has revealed many operational details of the flights. So they just keep making up new BS reasons, like, oh, it's secret. You can't know that. And I mean, it's no secret. They lied to the judge. They defied the court order. A verbal order is a court order.
It's a bad movie called No Good Men instead of A Few Good Men. And they're like, that plane never took off. It never landed at we don't have any record of it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We have the flight logs. Okay, so this one. Federal judge temporarily blocked the Environmental Protection Agency from suddenly canceling 3 multi-billion dollar clean energy grants on Tuesday. That was Judge Tanya Chutkan, who we know. But
she's fantastic.
Yeah, but I mean, Dana, I guess we're going to find out soon, because I guess we keep saying, is it the U.S. Marshals
that would be the people that would come?
But they're at the DOJ. They're under, DOJ Barbies.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Do you feel like it literally is like the Barbie movie when they all come into work in the morning? Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Right? Because they all look like Barbie. Okay.
Yep, and every single Ken has no penis or balls, and that's why nothing's getting done.
Oh, Dana Louise Goldberg.
It's true. Okay. I mean, they're mad that Ken didn't have enough lines. I'm like, Ken didn't have a penis.
No. I don't want to be in the Mojo Dojo Casa house anymore. Get me out of here.
Now Bella's trying to steal my job. Get her off the air.
Thieving everything right out from under our elderly, cracked fingers. Okay, so, we were saying it's just half the stuff, is just to own the libs. There's been this, where did it start? Ben Shapiro asking him to pardon Derek Chauvin, who murdered George Floyd.
Oh, God.
Right? Part of that, is just let's see how mad we can make the liberals. But we were saying one of the guardrails, the saving graces there is state charges. He's still going to stay in jail. So thank God, you can't. But like these sort of just everyday things, this MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell is refusing to pay a court-ordered debt. They all think the Trump rules apply now to all of them.
Right.
Right? Smartmatic. Remember they put him on. He's on the hook for, I don't know, it's almost $60,000 over frivolous claims he made in a failed lawsuit. But again, we were talking about what happened in the Rudy Giuliani thing. Like how I don't understand like what happened with that whole thing.
I don't either. And Steph, I will say, and I know the listeners believe this too, this stuff with like the Derek Chauvin thing, this is Putin's playbook. If they can get us to fight each other because we're going to be so upset we're not fighting the people that the authoritarians and the fascism that's going on. So if we can do infighting here, whether it's about trans people or if they pardon him, there's they're hoping there's going to be riots in the streets. Yeah. They're hoping that they can get the black community up in arms and that there's going to be more race wars. They know that this is their hope. It's all Putin's playbook. And I just wish people would stop taking the bait. If they pardon him, it's awful. But there's nothing we can do. Sure, we could go in the streets and fight each other and riot. That's not going to help anything. It's just not going to help anything.
Well, Adam Kinzinger said that. He's like, I always wonder what's this distracting from. And he is, I got to say, a hero of democracy because he is like, if you're gonna invest, bring it on. Bring it on.
Yeah. Well, you've got what 4 different law enforcement agencies trying to go into that office. What is it? ISLIP or USLIP?
Yeah.
Why would you need 4 different
I felt like
law
you were
enforcement
doing
agencies?
You were doing the you scream, I scream, we all scream.
Yeah,
for
something like that.
Ice cream.
People know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, hey there, it's Stephanie Miller. If you're like me and you love sharp political insight, pointy, you like it pointy and sharp, bold opinions, and a touch of humor to make sense of these crazy times, have I got some fantastic news for you. The Political Voices Network is now on Substack. This is your new go-to for the best in independent media. We're talking about my show streaming daily with episodes on demand, the fearless of journalism of Brian Karem, the brilliant side-splitting satire of John Fugelsang, the unrelenting working-class advocacy of Rick Smith, and so much more. Here's the best part. Subscribing is so easy. You can join for free or go to the extra mile. Support these incredible independent voices by signing up for a full subscription starting at just $8. You'll get access to exclusive content, behind-the-scenes insights, and a chance to directly fuel fearless, unfiltered media. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to politicalvoicesnetwork.com, hit that subscribe button, and become part of the movement keeping truth alive in an era of corporate media overload. Every subscription helps, especially yours. One more time, that is politicalvoicesnetwork.com. Sign up now. Do it.